You guys know that I was here all weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you were upstairs.
Yeah.
You would testify to that?
Yeah.
I would take a bullet for you. You know that.
Stanley Tucci, a celebrated actor known for his charismatic performances on the big screen, has a life story that extends far beyond the roles he plays. Behind the scenes, he has experienced profound moments of love, loss, and the unwavering human spirit. In this article, we delve into the tragic story of how Stanley Tucci lost his first wife, Kate, to breast cancer and how he managed to find happiness again. It's a tale of resilience, blended families, and the enduring power of love. In 1995, Stanley Tucci married social worker Kate, a woman who would become the love of his life. Their union brought forth a family that included their 3 children, daughter Camilla, and twins Niccolo and Isabel. But it didn't stop there. Stanley also stepped into a supportive role for Kate's 2 children from a previous marriage, exemplifying the strength of their bond and their commitment to one another. Their life together was filled with joy, but in 2006, their world took a devastating turn. Kate was diagnosed with breast cancer, setting in motion a challenging and emotional journey that would test the resilience of their family. Despite their best efforts, 3 years later, Kate succumbed to her illness at the tender age of 49. Stanley's description of this loss as turning his life upside down is a sentiment that anyone who has experienced such heartache can understand. Even in a 2021 interview, more than a decade after her passing, Stanley expressed that he still misses his wife profoundly. He spoke of Kate's unselfishness, saying, "She would never want any of us to wallow in that grief and let it take over our lives. She would never want that. She wasn't like that." The year after Kate's passing, Stanley faced a particularly challenging decision. In 2005, just a year before Kate's cancer diagnosis, the family had purchased a picturesque 6-acre farmhouse in South Salem, New York. It was a place that held countless memories, but it was also where Kate had passed away. Stanley shared his deep connection to the farmhouse, explaining that Kate's love for the outdoors made it a special place for their family.
No big deal. We all do it. It's okay.
Dad, you shut the door.
In 2014, he made the heart-wrenching choice to sell the property, bidding farewell to the house that had witnessed both happiness and sorrow. The decision was a poignant symbol of moving forward, yet it carried the weight of the memories of his beloved wife. Another poignant aspect of Stanley's journey through grief was his complex emotions surrounding Kate's final moments. He admitted that he had contemplated not being in the room when she passed away, fearing that witnessing her death would be too devastating for him to effectively care for their children afterward. It's a heart-wrenching decision that underscores the deeply personal nature of coping with such loss. In a candid interview with The Guardian, Stanley revealed his regret, saying, "I wish that I could have been there with her at the moment. She passed away." He expressed the profound sense of helplessness that often accompanies the loss of a loved one to a devastating illness.
Spell it with your P's.
Oh, yeah! Spell it with your P's! Do it!
I will take that challenge. I like that. All right.
Despite the overwhelming grief, life had more in store for Stanley Tucci. In the midst of his sorrow, he found an unexpected source of support and love in an unlikely place on a movie set. While filming The Devil Wears Prada in 2006, he struck up a friendship with co-star Emily Blunt, whose sister, Felicity, he briefly met at the film's premiere. Kate had spent time talking to Felicity, and a year after Kate's passing, Stanley reconnected with her at Emily Blunt and John Krasinski's wedding. The sparks of a new connection flew, and 2 years later, Stanley and Felicity embarked on a new chapter of their lives together. However, the road to Stanley's second marriage wasn't without its challenges. He grappled with feelings of guilt when proposing to Felicity. The transition from being a widower to being in a new relationship was not easy, and he shared that it was initially difficult to go on vacations and engage in public outings with Felicity. Through the heartache of losing his first wife, Kate, and the complex emotions that accompanied that loss, Stanley found solace and companionship in Felicity. Their love story, marked by challenges and triumphs, is a beautiful example of how love can bloom anew even in the most difficult circumstances.